Steadicam on. Just figured I would do a 7.0 update since I just got out of the 7.0 store. Now the guys and gals that work there, guys and dolls that work there, all super cool. They're all great. Love them. But the guy that owns it is a bit of a dick. And when it comes to the 7.0, he's incredibly predatory with his pricing. To a point where like they said they tried to talk to him about it. And yeah, no, we haven't had much luck. You know, tried to explain to him like you make money anyway just by, you know, selling the stuff. When you try to rip people off, it makes them not want to come to you anymore. And I've been going to this guy, and I know that whole thing about I've been coming here for so many years. That doesn't matter. I know that. It doesn't matter. As a retailer, as a former retailer, it used to matter to me, like when people would come into one of my stores on a regular basis. I always appreciated that, you know, because they didn't have to. I was selling collectibles and comics and stuff, and that's not something people need, you know. So I was always appreciated when, you know, people would come into my store and stuff. I was always trying to like do extra things for them or give them things. Not like I'm expecting that, but at the very least, like don't rip off your long-term customers. We used to buy our powder kratom from this place for a while, like maybe 4 years. We used to buy a lot at once, to the point where the owner actually would drop it off at our house sometimes. You know, there's fairly big orders, you know, because we'd order it for months, you know. But over the years, we changed where we buy it from. We have a new source, a new place now. We worked with a farmer who was growing the stuff and metabolizing it. He'd send us, with our package, he'd send us a slip that had all this lab information, which might be impressive to people, but it was lost on us because we were just like, all right. But the quality, I could tell, was a lot better. Something happened to him. I think he went to jail for something else, for some other thing. He was like one of those guys that just had a lot of troubles, as many people do. But so now we go to a different place, but we still buy from this store occasionally when we need need to fill in, carry us for a couple of days, and for other things. And now for 7.0, I go there all the time. Which is not good. I mean, obviously, 7.0 thing has really kicked my ass. And it's funny, I remember watching Corey's videos about it, talking about how it's going to be a disaster for people. And the way addiction works, even though I've been sober for many years and away from drugs, there's a little thing in your mind that's like, ooh, really? It's highly addictive? I gotta try that. And we were buying some other stuff here at the local store here when they got the 7.0 free samples came in, and they were giving them out. And that's how we first heard of it. And then I remember searching online, and that's where I found Corey. And yeah, as soon as I took it, I was like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. I did a video on it too, like almost maybe the next day or that day, just to talk about how crazy it was. It's very much like drugs, you know? And I was like, yeah, this could be a problem. And it became a problem for me. And the problem is ongoing. It's funny because I'll occasionally do an update video about that situation. And I'm like, I think I got it now, or I beat it, or no. I end up right back to it. You know, I don't I don't mean to, but addiction works in a weird way. You know, you make these rules like, well, I'm not going to actually purchase it, but if it comes across my fucking desk, yeah, what am I gonna do? I have that kind of policy for all drugs, though. Like, even though I don't do drugs, street drugs, I don't buy them, I haven't been on them, I've been sober aside from this, you know, cigarettes, and kratom, powder kratom. But if a friend comes in from another island, or even from up north or something, and they have party favors, I'm not gonna be like, no, put that away. Of course I'm gonna, you know, indulge, but that hasn't happened, you know, a couple of years on that tip either. So I'm pretty sober comparatively to other points in my life. But this shit has got me right back to it. The same kind of behaviors. I started doing things that I hadn't done in a long time. Excuse me, just had to light this. Like watching old shows or playing old video games that I used to play when I was high. You know, it's weird. It's like it brought me right back to it. Because these things are fucking drugs. I mean, they have very little to do with kratom. As I've talked about before, they basically isolated one of the alkaloids, brought it into the lab, and just pumped the shit out of it synthetically. So yeah, there's origins of kratom, but the way it was presented to people, and what I thought was just a new kratom pill, like a form of pill, a new kind of version of kratom. And I remember at the time when I first started doing them, like, these could be really bad, but you know what? Is it cheaper to get these pills? You know, I was thinking of just dropping the powder completely and going with the pills. And there was a woman in my comments who has done that, and I've seen a couple other people that have done that too. But the problem is it's not fucking kratom. It's kratom in a sense that let me think about a good analogy while I'm in Ross. I was supposed to think of an analogy, wasn't I? I didn't. It's like fucking, it's not kratom. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's like taking Paul Stanley out of Kiss and putting him in a group of all these other guys and then calling it Kiss. Or something more timely because of the reunion the other night. It's like taking Dave Grohl and putting him with 3 other guys and calling it Nirvana. Yeah, it's kind of Nirvana, I guess. It's the guy from it. But it's not Nirvana. Same thing. They're taking the Dave Grohl out of kratom, bringing Dave Grohl into a lab and dousing him with chemicals and gamma rays and steroids, and then putting it in a Nirvana jacket and sticking it in the record store. And people are like, oh, this is just Nirvana. And then they listen to it, and like, holy shit, this isn't Nirvana. This is crazy fucking gamma ray Dave Grohl. And then you can put Paul Stanley in that band. And then I don't know where the fuck I'm going with that, but the shitty example. Whenever I come up with examples of fucking ass to cheeks, I don't know, whatever, I tried. I failed you. Point being, it's sold as something it's not, you know? So, people get hooked into it, you know? So I got hooked into it. I keep trying to get out. And even Nia, she's like, well, let me just hold them, and I'll dole them out to you as you need them. Like if you start feeling shitty, like withdrawal type things. But I could manipulate her so easily because she feels bad for me in cases like this, and she'd do anything for me, and I would just like, it would be too easy. We tried it. It's exactly what happened. You know, I'd come around and be like, hey, do you want coffee or something? Want to make you coffee? It's like, why are you being nice to me? I'm like, you know, I'm always nice to you. Like, do you want something? Do you want it? So then it was like, it's stupid. It's a joke. I mean, I might as well hold them. So the only thing that stopped me last time is I ran out of money, like for my budget for what I could spend a day on bullshit. You know, we actually have to keep it very tight here because, you know, it's very expensive to live here. Even more expensive to move here, so you got to ask yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go into it. Not today. I got to give that a rest. As angry as it makes me, you know, I just feel like it's a negative thing. You know, I don't want to keep. I got to change it up sometimes. But so what happens with this guy who owns the place? He's a bit of a dick. Is when he first made these available. And I think I went through this before, but it was in a Schizo Garage episode, and you know, no one really watches those for some reason. Must be the garage, because it's not me. What happened is when they first came out, he only had 2-packs. So for the 2-pack, he was charging $30. That's $15 a pill, as far as my mathematics tell me, which aren't always fucking correct, but I think in this case it is. $15 a pill, $30 for a 2-pack, which is outrageous. I mean, there are people online that would tell you $5 a pill is too much. But anyway, that's what it was. So I was buying them at that rate. And at the time, I was just doing like 1 or 2 a day. Like, I'd take one and be like, oh, wow, this is fucking strong, you know? And then just like every other drug. Just like every other. Now it's like I'm up to doing 7, and if I don't pay attention, I could do 10 in one day and be there the next morning. So what happened is eventually they started selling 5-packs. This is going to get confusing, so 5-packs. Now for the 5-pack, it was, what was it for about $60 for a 5-pack. So what you were doing is you were getting one for free. So $60 5-packs. So then I was buying those. And it's funny because my addiction and tolerance kind of went up as these packs became available. So I was always paying stupid prices. Now, immediately you may think, well, why don't you fucking buy them offline? You could buy them a lot cheaper. You get them through Amazon. They'll be at your door the next day. Well, the addict mind is really weird. And to me, every day when I do these things, it's going to be the last day I'm doing for sure. You know what I mean? So the idea of ordering an order on Amazon and having them drop them off, even though it would be way more cost effective, and it definitely would. I mean, if you're going back to October when I started buying this shit, I could have paid a fraction of the price for all the stuff I've done. I got to go into Target in a minute, but I'm going to finish this cigarette. So 5-packs are at the store. $60 a piece. Whatever. Paying that. Then 10-packs. Now we're going to 10-packs. Now he's already supercharging. He's charging $60 for 5 of them. So in his mind, he's probably thinking, I can't ask people for $120 for a 10-pack, can I? It just sounds bad. It looks bad. That seems egregious. Like, people will pay up to $100, but once you're asking them for over $100, then they start asking questions like, are these really that expensive? And then maybe they'll go online and they'll see that, no, he's charging 3 times the amount of value of these things. So he's smart enough not to do that. So at that point, he made the 10-pack $60, which used to be the price of the 5-pack, which gives you an idea of how much he was marking this shit up. So the 10-packs is $60. The 5-packs are now $40 from $60. And the 2-packs are $20 from $30. There's a lot of numbers are going to suck getting thrown around here. So fucking strap in. So that was the status quo there for I don't know how long, until they ran out of 10-packs. They sold out of 10-packs. So you're like, oh, fuck. All right. I still want to pick up 10. Well, you got to buy 2 5-packs at $40 each. So now instead of paying the usual $60 for 10 pills, I'm paying $80 for 10 pills. You know, he does that for a couple weeks, and then just as, like, I think it's not just me, other people, like, dude, you're screwing us on this, you know, you're screwing us on this. Because now we're paying more than we were paying for the same amount, predicated on the fact that he just didn't order the right count boxes. Like, where have you ever seen something like that in retail before? Never. So just as it's almost getting to a point where, like, probably the complaints got too much, he got in the 10-pack. He always, and when I say he says and he does, I don't talk to this guy, I never see him. You know, this is, the employees tell me this. And he's always saying, oh, it's the distributor having a fucking problem. Then why can't I go online and just fucking buy right from the company, the same one, for, like, cheaper than what he's selling them for? I could have them at my house tomorrow. Why is he having a problem with this intermediary? It's just bullshit. Because if he doesn't order the 10 packs, he's making more off 10 pills. You know, he's making off 10 pills, he's making $40 more? Yeah, because it's $80, no, he's making $20 more. Okay, whatever. So, he got the 10s back in. Everything was okay. Recently, though, he ran out of 10s again. It's like, motherfucker, when are they getting them in? Oh, I don't know, you know, we're trying to get him to bring them in. But he's not in any hurry to bring them in. Because if he gets the 10 packs in, it's $10 for 60. I mean, for 10 pills, it's 60. But if he doesn't get the 10 packs in, I told you he was going to get confusing, he could sell 10 pills for 80. So it behooves him to not get the 10 packs in. But this is bullshit. It's like, you know, you go into a store and, you know, the bananas are $10, but the next day they're 20, the very next day, same bananas. But, oh yeah, we ordered the bushels wrong, so now we're charging you an extra $20. That's bullshit. I've never seen anything like that ever before in retail. It's just fucking lame. What a scummer. So I've been going in, buying the regular amount, but having to pay more, you know, for my pills. I got 10 pills yesterday, right? Had to buy 2 5-packs instead of 1 10-pack. So I'm spending 80 instead of 60 for the same amount of pills. It's just kind of horse shit, you know? So today I go in there and they're out of 5-packs. They only have 2-packs. So now, if I want to buy 10 pills, I got to buy the $20 2-packs. So it's still costing me $80. Is that what happened? Let me think. 20 packs, 20, yep, 20, 40, 80 for 10. No, 80 for 8. To get 10, I was to pay $100. So now 10 pills went from being 60 to 80, and now 10 pills is $100. It's $100 for 10 pills. So now he's got, you know, people in the area that tried these things that are now hooked on them, and he's basically increasing the price of them, getting people who are now fucking hooked on these things, which isn't good. I mean, you shouldn't get hooked on anything, but, you know, the way they roll it out, oh, just trade them, have some free samples. It's not just him doing it, this is happening all over the country. Maybe they're not price gouging like he is, but everybody, all these shops, I see all these stories where people were given free samples, you know? And then they got into them, and so now we're 4 months into the 7.0 rollout project, and for 10 pills, it's $100 now. When it was 60 4 days ago, that's an extra $40. Now you would think, well, why don't they just break up the packs or just give you an extra? No. You want them? You gotta buy. You want 10 pills? You gotta buy 2 packs. Hand out $100. So one of the guys here knows me, and he's like, man, this fucking sucks. So to help me out, he gave me a couple samples that he had, which was real nice of him. But it just brings it back to the normal rip-off price instead of the mega rip-off price that it's having now. And I'm like, well, when is he going to get anything else in? He's like, he said next week maybe. So he's just going to fucking roll with these 2-packs. Do you see what's going on here? Do you see the fucking awfulness here? It's not fucking bread. It's not bananas. You know, these are things that people got hooked on, people like myself, that just tried them with the free samples. And that's all on me. That's all my fault. I have nothing to fucking... I can't really complain. This guy just is taking advantage of junkies like myself, you know. But I'm pretty mild-mannered. You know, I'll complain and I'll say this is bullshit. What the fuck is this? But I'm not like some other people who are a little crazier. Like, I can only imagine what the people working there have had to deal with. Like, because you're almost doubling the price on people from just a few days ago. You're jumping from $60 per 10 to $100 per 10. And in between, there was all these other pricing shenanigans too that I didn't even bring up because I didn't want to confuse it even more. But there were times when he tried different prices for different things. And I didn't want to get sidetracked into that. Like, for one day, the 5-packs for $30. It's like, oh, that's good. That makes sense. Next day I went in to get him, and that's when he decided to go to $60. He's just basically, he's the only one around here in this immediate area, I guess, that has them. That's what I'm told. And I've checked a couple places, and they don't have them. So he's just price gouging people. You know, they got the industry, I shouldn't say he got, but the industry, whoever makes these, got people hooked on them. And now people need to buy them, and this fucking asshole over here keeps upping the price and upping the price and upping the price by not ordering the different size boxes. It's pretty fucked. I will say one thing though. Originally the 2-packs for $30, so, you know, being only 20 now, it's a little bit better. But it wasn't a big deal back then because no one had a 10-pill habit when they first came out. People were just buying a few. And this is 100% me. Like, if I didn't, maybe it's 90% me. If I didn't get hooked on these things, it wouldn't be an issue. I wouldn't be complaining. So, I mean, I get it. On the one sense, this guy is just taking advantage of people. But, like, his employees were saying, so we try to explain to him, like, you're turning people off. These are people that have done business with you. You know, you're gonna lose them as customers. And his attitude is, fuck them, they'll pay it. Fucking junkies, you know. And we will. It just sucks, but that's what's going on with me and 5-0 over here. I'm just gonna run into Target, then I'll come out and wrap this horse shit up. It could be me and 3 people out here, and the 3 people are going to be like magnets to my steel. I don't know why it is, but yeah. So it's a pretty fucked up situation. But I mean, it's all my fault. If I wasn't on this shit, there wouldn't even be an issue. But I am on this shit. I'm trying to get off this shit. I just don't have a very good plan. I did a video the other day up in the Batcave, kind of explaining kind of what I was going through, my mental state with all this. Kind of sucks. But I might put it at the end of this one. But it's basically, I reiterate all the same stuff I'm saying here. I talk about all this stuff. I don't get as deep into the pricing as I did here, because at that point it was still just a ripoff, not the mega ripoff it is now. No, actually his regular prices were ripoff prices. Then it was a super ripoff. Now it's a mega ripoff. He keeps going up and up. You know, as the time's gone on, more people get into it, more people buy more of them. His prices go up. It's fucking crazy. Like, isn't there some kind of thing, like a Better Business Bureau type of thing, where You're not supposed to raise the prices on people, but that's basically what's happening. But he's getting around it by tying it to the box sizes. But I don't know if that, I have to look into that. Because fuck that guy for doing that shit. You know, I didn't check his early life, but, you know, I don't think I have to with this kind of fucking behavior. But, anyway, I'm gonna head on home now. And, and try not to think too much about it. You know, there's other shit that's got to take up that space. But yeah, I'm gonna put that thing here at the end, which is just up in the back cave, filming a wall. Probably throw some memes up there too, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But it's something you can just listen to it. You don't need to. I hate when people are on my ass. I wish I had outside like cameras so I could see. Because I'm always complaining about invisible people that you can't see. Because, like, you know, me and dude were the only guys on the escalator. But he's standing on the stair, like right behind me. Doesn't give me a couple stairs. Right behind me. I could probably feel the retard's breath. I shouldn't. They're robots. They don't have souls. They're not like us. Most of the people out here. 95% Hilux. To him, he's not being a dick. He's just being like, I want to get to the bottom as quickly as I can. So I will stand closest as to the bottom as I can. So that means I'm going to stand in breathing distance of this man. Perhaps my pressure will make him vanish. And then I'll be closer to my goal, the bottom of this. Like, that's what goes on subconsciously in their NPC computers. It's aggravating, but it's not their fault. You know, we have to live with them. There's fucking no way around it. But yeah, that's it for now. That's the update on the 7-0 situation. It sucks. I hate it. You know, it's all my fault. I got involved in it, knowing it was going to be like this. Corey told me. He said it. He told all of us. We didn't listen to him, and now we pay the price, the ever escalating price. Till next time. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.